Kiki, if you did not know, and today I am back with another video. But before I go ahead and begin, if you do like the video, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you do like me, your girl Hello Kiki, go ahead and subscribe. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. I decided that I wanted to do something kind of monthly. And since I work from home and the only thing I have to do while I'm working is watch TV, it's pretty much just give you guys some ideas of what's on TV that's trending as far as like Hulu, Netflix, cable, and things like that. So today I am bringing you 5 movies that I seen on Hulu and March. The first movie that I seen was called The United States versus Billie Holiday. Now this movie is pretty much a biographical film about Billie Holiday. Yeah, when I tell you, this movie was so good. But let me go ahead and give you some background on Billie Holiday. So Billie Holiday is a singer, and one of her most popular or controversial songs is Strange Fruit. So it's like strange fruit hanging on a papa tree. And that's pretty much in reference of, you know, slaves being hung or black people being hung. And I know Kanye had sampled this song in his song called Blood on the Leaves, which I really do like. But yeah, so I believe the movie is pretty much about her life, and then also how the feds were trying to take her down, and I think it was pretty much because of that song. It brought so much controversy. So they were pretty much throughout the whole movie just trying to set her up as far as drugs to bring her down. And I'm not gonna say too much about the movie, but it is a great movie to watch. As far as, you know, black history and things like that, I didn't know they did so much to bring her down, like really setting her up, like planting things on her to set her up. Even set her up to have like an African American bring her down who was part of the feds, y'all. Like, it was crazy. And the actress who plays in the film, her name is Andra Day. She did amazing. Like, she really portrayed Billie Holiday so well. Like, it's amazing. So please go ahead and check that out. So the next movie we have is Nina. This movie was on Hulu as well. This biopic was pretty much about Nina Simone. She's an African American singer as well. So the movie just pretty much talks about her and the fact that everyone says she had mental issues, bipolar, and things like that, but it was pretty much focusing on her relationship with her close friend slash manager, Clifton. So again, great movie. This movie was portrayed by Zoe Saldana. I love her. She did great. The movie is great, and I really love biopics about singers, and usually it's about male groups, but now they're bringing out movies of female singers, and I think that is great as far as black history and also women's history. So yeah, please go ahead and check that out. Really, really good as well. Okay, so the next movie that I watched on Hulu is called Blue Story. Now this movie is a BBC movie, which is the British Broadcasting Company. So this movie was pretty much a gang movie, I should say. So it's about 2 friends who are on different sides of the gang war or whatever, or 2 different gangs, but they weren't part of the gang. One guy, his brother was a part of the gang, but the boy wasn't. So pretty much a situation happened between the 2 boys as far as the different sides of the neighborhood, which pretty much they both joined gangs. Some other stuff happened, and it just blew up from there. And it's a pretty good movie as to tell you why you should not join a gang. Any gang affiliation is not okay. It shows you the dangers, the troubles, the struggles as far as gangs. Lots of people don't get out of those. So If you got younger kids, teenagers, teenage men who think they're about their life, show them that movie. It'll show them a different way of thinking, a different way of living, because that's not the way to go. Now, the next movie that I seen was trending. It's called The Girl in the Basement. It's based on a true story, and it premiered on Lifetime, and it was trending. So I decided to watch it. So this movie, oh my God, it hurt my heart. It was about a teenager who was locked in a basement for over 20 years by her father. Y'all, yes. Her father locked her in the basement for 20 years, did all kind of unexcusable things to her. And this true story, it happened out of the country, I think in like Rome or Russia or something like that. But the movie, oh my God, I could not believe that he would do that to his daughter, because he was a strict father, and you know, teenagers, they like to rebel. So on her 18th birthday, she was like, she's leaving, she's getting up out of it, she's gonna run away. And this man locked her away just to have some control over her, and then just doing all types of crazy stuff to her while she was like down there. I'm not going to tell you what happened because y'all need to watch it for yourself. But when you watch it, you're going to be shocked, disgusted, and look, it was horrible, y'all. Like, it was horrible. Like, I could not believe it. But yeah, go check it out. Go check it out now. So the first movie I seen on Amazon Prime is called this movie called The Hustle. So The Hustle is played by Anne Hathaway. I love her on Ella Enchanted, Princess Diaries, and then also Rebel Wilson. I know she's playing on some other stuff, but I don't know what. But she's funny as well. And I've never seen Anne Hathaway in like a movie that's funny, but she wasn't really portraying to be funny in this movie. So let me just go ahead and give you the biopsy of the story. So pretty much the movie is about two women. Anne Hathaway, she is a rich con artist. Like she con men out of money, lots of money. And then you have Rebel, who portrays a more poor woman who wants to learn how to con from Anne Hathaway. So Anne Hathaway teaches her, and then they start to con men together, and then a situation happened, and they decided that they were gonna compete against each other to con an internet millionaire to see who would win as far as taking the man's money. But the plot at the end was so good, it had me like, oh, what? Really? So when you can't like foresee the plot at the end, it's always a good twist. That's always a good movie. So that's what I really liked about the movie, that I couldn't foresee the plot at the end. It was a really good twist, and it was very funny. And seeing Anne Hathaway just so bougie, and I just love Anne Hathaway. But the movie was very, very, very funny. It's a comedy, so go ahead and check that out as well. The next movie I seen on Amazon Prime was Coming to America 2. Now I know almost everyone has seen Coming to America. The first movie, wonderful, great. Now the second movie, it wasn't as good as the first, but things have changed. It's been 30 years since the first one was made, so of course the second one was going to be different, because they were going to make the movie tie into what today is. So with that being said, it wasn't like the one made 30 years ago, but it was still a good movie. I was still able to laugh and things like that. And then seeing all of the characters from the first movie 30 years later was great, because black does not crack. They all looked great. So yeah, go ahead and check out that movie. It'll definitely make you laugh. And then after you watch it, you're gonna go ahead and watch the first one. You probably watch the first one before you watch the second one, but either way it go, Coming to America is a great franchise. The second one was good. Wasn't as great as the first one, but duh, sequels are always never as good as the first. Duh. So the last thing that I watched in March that was kind of trending was a TV show that was on Netflix called Gina and Georgia. So the show was pretty much about a white woman who has a mixed daughter. Her father is black, and then she has a younger son who is white. she had him by a different man, but they moved to a different state due to the fact that her husband passed away. I don't want to tell y'all too much without telling y'all too much of what happened, but there were some certain circumstances as to how he passed away. So they moved to another state or whatever, living really well. And you know, Georgia, she's a teenager, so she's going through that rebellious stage and things like that. In Georgia, she's just a young, free mother. She had her daughter when she was, I think, like 15. So her daughter's right now is like, I think, like 16. So she's half her age at this point. So Georgia's like in her early 30s, so she's living her life trying to take care of her 2 kids. But it's hard when you're a single mom and you're trying to live your life but also give your kids the life that you never had. So it's a lot of twists, turns, and things like that. It's hilarious. It also made me think like, oh, as a parent, like, wow, we do have it hard. So yeah, a really good show. It's on Netflix, so go ahead and check it out.